Lost my all and I got it back. That's my hustle and ambition. Never lose sight on the path. I had to tunnel my vision. Separate myself from them clowns. They ain't really about business. You only strong as your weakest link. So I be trying to live my universal laws in effect when you use them.
And it's the 76ers coming in from out of town in this one. An interconference game today. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Now, here's Holmgren. The offensive rebound. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Pass to Caruso. Holmgren with it. 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Caruso, no good.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Yeah, they had the kind of success from the line that would make any coach breathe a sigh of relief, guys.
Now, here's Maxey. Williams with the block. Here's Holmgren. And that one, good. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to. See skilled bigs dueling down low, kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
George with the ball. Williams picks him up. And the dunk by Embiid.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Maxey. Takes advantage of the opening. The shot off that time.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. The 76ers have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
You know, one of the things you really appreciate about Maxey is how freely he plays. He just throws himself in there, fearless about looking for ways to get involved in the play and then make an impact.
Now, here's George. Pass to Embiid. Now, here's Walker. Now, here's Embiid. The 76ers with another miss.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities. but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble. I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both. Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Does not find the mark. He's made two and missed one now. Right side, Maxey. And the shot goes in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Caruso. Holmgren wide open. Sinks the triple. Holmgren's got 7 points.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
Here's Embiid. Puts up a three. Hands it from downtown. 7 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in him, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. The three from George. Another three for Philadelphia.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Dort misses. The 76ers leading by 5. Pass to Embiid. Top of the key. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Connects from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to George. Fires from deep. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 4. And that one's good, Caruso.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Right side, Maxey. From deep, George. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for the 76ers.
The 76ers, 16.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Back to George. And the three off target.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Here's Philadelphia. Outside, Maxey. Pass to George. Shoots it. And it's George again missing. Basket here gets them back in front.
And it's been a long time coming, partner.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Another miss by Philadelphia.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
18 feet out. that one wide left.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
There's Williams with the three. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Hits the three-point bomb. Williams has got the lead up to 4 now for the Thunder.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Pass to Embiid. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Walker. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And here's Embiid. And nothing is falling for him right now. Dort wide open. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Oh, muscling it home, Embiid.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
He gets it in there. And it's 6 points for Lou George.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shot for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Got a piece of it. Embiid with the steal. Oubre, no one around him. Good on the three-point shot.
A legitimate sniper from distance. Love seeing Oubre Jr. shoot it with such precision.
Oklahoma City shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for your Oklahoma City.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Embiid throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
There's a good screen. And they double up Embiid. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Six to shoot. Here's George. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Shoots from the elbow. And that one drops. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Pass to Embiid for the three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Embiid with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Grimes. Scoreless thus far. Back to Embiid. The second chance effort. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putdown.
Here's Dort. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder lead by 3. And we'll return shortly. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 3-point game. Embiid the screen. And George, here we go for the tie. Embiid showing his range right there.
3 points.
For his size, Embiid shouldn't be this good from range. I mean, that just speaks to his raw talent.
Wasted no time on that one. 7 points in the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Three-pointer by Embiid. They grab their own miss. Tries again. A nice shot by George. George has got 8.
Utilizing that size, George able to get it off the glass and sends it back in.
Here's Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Over George. George. Here's Hartenstein. And he uses the glass on the layup.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Outside, George. And a wide open look for Walker. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Alex Caruso. 3rd personal foul. First 2 fouls.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. Embiid the screen. Clock at 6. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Caruso. Second chance shot. Pass to Hartenstein. The shot, no good. The 76ers trailed by 3. On the wing, Walker. Here's Embiid. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels him.
They get the rebound. And Embiid with the block.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. Goes back up. And Hartenstein finishes inside. Hartenstein's got 4 points now in the quarter. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Pass to Embiid. George looking over the floor. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Now here's Embiid. Now Oubre. It's George on the wing. 8 points for him.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
To the middle. Oubre with the steal. Here's Grimes. No good from outside.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kelly Oubre.
And you really have to appreciate the steady effort of Gilgeous-Alexander. The game looks like it comes easy to him, but he is one of the hardest workers on the floor.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
The Thunder leading by 3. Pass to Hartenstein. Caruso with the ball. Covered by Oubre. Screen by Hartenstein. Back to Caruso. And that one, good. Caruso's got 9 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
The shot by George, wide open. Drained for 2 points. That's 10 points for George.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick-and-roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick-and-roll situations.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Five seconds left here in the third quarter. George from deep three-point land. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 4. And
The 76ers, 38.
well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. No good that time. And here's George. Back to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
Holmgren with it. Outside Williams. Holmgren is doubled. Over in the corner, Dort. 4 on the clock. Won't. Offensive rebound. Pass to Holmgren.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Second personal foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
You know, all game long, they've imposed their will on the interior, scoring a lot of points in the painted area.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. High post, Embiid. Pass to Oubre. 76ers moving the ball around. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Dort.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
Second team foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
76ers ball.
76ers trailing. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. Now, here's Oubre. And here's George for three. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Here's George. Good. And it's Williams who picks up the assist.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Left side, George. Pass to Oubre. Down low. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Embiid's got 7 points here in this quarter.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Outside, Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now the fast break. Oh, my!
And you know what? For me, these don't show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
To the paint. And he converts the layup.
What a shot by George, keeping his cool and finding his team a bucket.
Outside, George. Pass to Embiid. To the inside. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you know Embiid wants the ball in these situations. He wants that shot. He wants to come through for his team.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 16-7 run. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. He challenged them to hold on to the lead. He said, you're in control of the game right now, and it's up to you if we win this game. Take the responsibility and own it and close this thing out like you can. We'll see if you can get it done, guys.
Thanks, David. George with the steal. Driving in. He can't get that one. Nice D from Williams.
No time to waste on this possession.
Got to go right up with it and then foul immediate.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Timeout called the 76ers. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And it's the 76ers with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, no way that should have taken so long. They don't have that much time to waste. They need to foul immediately.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
The three. And George, here we go. Caruso with the steal. So Philadelphia wins it. They seem